Peak flu season is still months away, but local healthcare professionals are urging people to be proactive and get vaccinated sooner rather than later. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, fall is just underway, but winter's peak flu season will be here before you know it, and that's why local nurses are encouraging people to get signed up for their flu shot. Regional West Community Health Director Paulette Schnell says it's always better to get your flu shot before peak season strikes. She notes that this year's flu shot should cover the main strains that experts think will be prominent this winter and will also bolster your overall health. Medicare patients can get their flu shots during this Saturday's drive-through flu clinic at Regional West.
Well, you know, it's one of those things that we've done for several years, and a lot of people just really enjoy having it done this way. So it's for seniors, 65 and older. If they bring their Medicare Part B card, there would be no charge to them personally. And it's you come up in the car, you do some paperwork out the window, and then you drive down to the next station, have your arm there, they give you the shot, and then you can drive off. So we encourage people to do one at each window if they can take their neighbors or their friends and make it a day of.
Scottsbluff Community Health has walk-in flu clinics on Wednesdays in October and November, or you can call to make an appointment to get your shot. Well, at least one person has been taken to Regional West Medical Center following a mid-morning accident here in Scottsbluff. Around 10:30, first responders were on scene for a multi-vehicle accident at the intersection of Highway 26 and Avenue B. Authorities say a pickup carrying a camper collided with a green Buick sedan, causing the truck and camper to come to rest on the southeast corner of the intersection. The Buick sustained a significant amount of damage, and extrication equipment was used to get the driver out. She was loaded into an ambulance and taken to Regional West. No further information was available as of broadcast time, but more information can be found on kneb.com once it is released. Well, coming up after the break, pretty nice day out there today, and warmer day on Friday as well. Bill Boyer will be in with your full forecast right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
It's the time of the year again for the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. Last year, we traveled across the Panhandle and into eastern Wyoming to recognize over 50 students for their achievements in and out of the classroom. Let's revisit what they had to say.
Last fall, Scottsbluff football captains Garrett Nelson, Keegan Reifschneider, and Jeremiah Delzer were nominated for their sportsmanship. In a playoff game, Omaha Roncalli's star quarterback was carted off the field with a nasty injury. 3 Scottsbluff captains decided to go visit the quarterback after the game to offer their support.
He was going into surgery and just wanted to make sure he was okay while he was still in town.
Like Garrett said, we just thought it was the right thing to do to go up there and see him. It felt really good that we could go there and be supportive and just see how he was doing and making sure that he wasn't hurt and that he was going to be able to be back next year. So,
to nominate a deserving K-12 student to be recognized for being a star student, you can find nomination forms online at www.pvbank.com.
At TC and More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Name one other restaurant that makes their barbecue with brown sugar bacon and sauce with Kentucky bourbon that's been aged in charred oak barrels. Charred oak barrels, people. And we have a drive-thru. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Cool night tonight, but not as cold as last night. Temps only getting down into the 40s after a very chilly start this morning. We'll talk about that here in a moment, but not as cold overnight. Showers coming in late tomorrow. It's going to be a comfortable weekend, and then another big cool down by the middle of next week as we turn sharply colder again, and probably going to be back down in freezing temps. 33 was our low temperature yesterday. That occurred just before midnight. We dropped down even colder than that this morning. 57 was our high yesterday. We didn't get down to record territory, but we were close. Another 300s in the rain gauge. We told you we had a little bit of that yesterday morning out there. Well, here we are. Low temperatures this morning. They looked like this across the region. Boy, was it chilly. 29 Wheatland and Cheyenne. How about 24 for a low this morning in Torrington? Same story in Sydney. 22 in Alliance. 28 Chadron, Scottsbluff, Kimball. 25 over here in Pine Bluffs. So basically, if you draw a line here westward, we've had a killing freeze. 34 in Gordon, 33 Ogallala, 32 in Valentine. So we've not had our killing freeze yet here in the eastern portions of the area, but the rest of us certainly well down into the low to mid 20s for several hours tonight, and that will effectively take care of the growing season. Right now we're back into the 50s and 60s. Still some colder air up here in northeastern portions of South Dakota. 60 right now in Hayes, 60 in North Platte. It's 56 up in Riverton. You can see the cooler air in pockets there over the mountains. 62 in Sydney, 63 Ogallala, 63 also right now in Chadron. Winds are out of the south-southeast at about 10 to 15 to 20 miles an hour. So even though we're into the 60s, it doesn't feel quite that warm thanks to some of those colder temperatures and winds that we have out there. Speaking of winds, we do have over here in this area a high wind watch posted for tomorrow. That is going to cover all of the eastern portions here of Albany County into portions of Laramie and Platte County. There we go. That high wind watch goes into effect until noon tomorrow, or Saturday rather. So this will be for late tomorrow and into Saturday ahead of the next frontal system again. Wind-prone areas west of I-25 primarily impacted by that high wind watch. We're going to get on the bus tomorrow with a few more clouds than we had today. That's going to help temperatures stay up. Should be maybe 15 degrees warmer than when you got on the bus this morning. 72, and we'll come home with bright sunshine again tomorrow as well. Futurecast looks like this as we put things in motion. It's going to be clear and calm through the evening hours. Late tonight, some low clouds or fog's going to try to back in here. We may see a little bit of that towards sunrise. That'll help keep temperatures up a little bit as well. 38 Lusk, 36 in Wheatland, 37 in Cheyenne. Everywhere else looks like we'll be in the low to mid 40s. For tomorrow, then, we start the day with a few clouds, partly cloudy skies, a brief break. We turn partly to mostly sunny. Then we spread a few showers through mainly tomorrow evening, I think, is when we'll see that shower activity. It's going to be brief and on a scattered basis. Not everybody's going to get wet tomorrow, but a few locations may very well do so. Cooler temps here off to the east, low to mid 50s, upper 50s in the Sandhills. Then a patch of some low 60s from Gordon through Alliance down to Ogallala. Then low 70s to mid 70s from Wheatland over to Torrington, back to Scottsbluff, down towards Kimball, Sydney, and Cheyenne up to Chadron. You can see a pocket of some warmer air. So it's going to depend on where you're at tomorrow and how warm things are going to be in your immediate area. 43 tonight, clear, not as cold. About 10 to 20 mile an hour winds. For tomorrow, partly cloudy. Evening rain showers are possible. Not going to be a complete washout, but a few evening rain showers. Breezy at times, about 10 to 20 miles an hour. Saturday looks like the windiest day of the weekend. Low 60s for highs. Sunday in the low 60s as well. So comfortable. Then as you look at Monday and then into Tuesday, upper 70s, near 80 by Tuesday. Then another big cold front comes through. Late Tuesday night, especially Wednesday, dropping temps into the mid-50s. And as you can see, Wednesday night into Thursday, another hard freeze looks like it could be coming into the area. But until then, temps are going to moderate a bit and not be too bad out there. And not really a ton of chances of rain and quite a bit of sun over most of the next 7 days.
Okay, nobody panic! Change the temperatures! We train for this!
These aren't your average squirt some sauce on them and call them barbecue sandwiches. The bacon is hand sprinkled with brown sugar, and the sauce is made with Kentucky bourbon aged in charred oak barrels, and the meats are perfectly smoked.
Arby's, we have the meats.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
Welcome back. The new administrator for ESU 13 is expected to be among those on hand Friday as the Nebraska Legislature's Education Committee takes comment on LR 63, an interim study on educational service units across the state. Dr. Andrew Dick tells KNB News that the ESU system is especially important in rural areas, helping smaller school districts provide a number of state and federally mandated services. He says ESU 13 is also unique compared to service units in other parts of the state, providing additional services and professional training that other ESUs may not be able to offer. Lawmakers look at ESU system funding during tight budgetary periods, but the value of services for school districts outweighs the cost. Tomorrow's hearing in Lincoln will start at 7:30 a.m. Well, authorities in Texas have captured a second inmate who escaped a correctional facility in Newcastle, Wyoming. The Wyoming Department of Corrections say that Robert Simpson was arrested in Dallas on Tuesday. He and Jason Green escaped from the Wyoming Honor Conservation Camp on September 22nd and believed that the inmate stole a city truck in Newcastle and drove to Laramie, where they then stole another vehicle. Green was arrested in Mesquite, Texas on Sunday, and now both will be facing extradition back to Wyoming. And a bobcat that wandered into a Lincoln building has been captured and released back into the wild. Staff at the Department of Veterans Affairs campus in South Lincoln called the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission on Tuesday to report that the animal had been spotted inside one of its buildings. Commission staffers set up a cage trap and baited it with raw fish, and the estimated 20-pound bobcat bit on the bait and was caught. It was freed outside of town. Well, straight ahead, Chris Cottrell heads on up to WNCC to talk a little college hoops. We'll be back at the sports desk right after this.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
You said yes. Together, you planned every detail. You married. And then you realized 500 square feet just isn't enough room for two. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. You decide to add another to your family. You start reading parenting books. You're amazed that such a small human could need so much space. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
Basketball season? Sure. Let's get to today's update here at the sports desk on the TV side. I mean, the NHL season started last night, so that's a thing. So Yeah, basketball season fast approaching, and for the WNCC men's team, practice is underway up at the Palace. Head coach Corey Farringer has just 3 returning players to the program as he looks to get this team to gel here in the early portion of the preseason.
I don't know if I've ever been enthusiastic in October, especially this early, but I would say our depth is much greater than it's been the last 2 years. Our athleticism and quickness is greater. I think we have the ability to get back to the pressure style of defense we would like to be as far as our identity goes. But then most importantly, just embracing roles and embracing valuable jobs, from picking each other off the floor to throwing hard passes to great closeouts to the things that really matter outside of scoring a basketball.
Now, you get a lot of turnover annually at the junior college level, and this season coaches 14 brand new members of the program, 14 players brand new on campus, most notably Teddy Allen, who graduated from Boys Town High School and has made stops at West Virginia and Wichita State. Allen looking to get himself back on track here in town before a jump back to the Division I level.
I mean, I know that's going to take care of itself, so my goal is to just try to help my teammates get better as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? If one of us eats, we all eat, so I'm just trying to make sure that happens so we can all go further from here.
Having been in programs at the highest level of college basketball, Allen knows what a talented roster looks like.
Man, I think as far as junior college goes, sky's the limit for our team talent-wise, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could do whatever we want, really. It's just about how hard we're willing to work. I think that's why you said, like, we talk and we turn it up in practice, so because we see what we got, we see what we could be special.
Coach Farringer says Allen has the chance to be the best player in the country in the JUCO ranks this year. Mentioned just the 3 returning players to the squad. That included Eli Cadet, a sophomore from West Orlando, Florida. With that first year being a student athlete under his belt, Cadet ready to take that next step as a player.
I'm way more comfortable from my first year. First year I was battling injuries and like my grades and stuff, but this year I matured. I'm a sophomore, so I'm going to be way better.
And one of the new faces to the program, well, it's a familiar one for area basketball fans. That would be Scottsbluff High grad Connor McCracken, who's starting to find his groove at this level.
It was a rough adjustment at first, but my teammates have been great, and they've been great for everyone to help me get adjusted to the playing level and the speed at which we play.
Now, also had to ask Coach Farringer about Gervais Green, who's now in Lincoln with Fred Hoiberg and the Huskers. Coach, along with assistants Roy Bell Baez and Billy Engel, were in Lincoln last weekend to catch up with one of the best to ever come through at the college.
Hey, Gervais' smile puts a smile on my face. He's smooth. He just lights up the room. He's doing a great job of being humble, a great job of understanding he needs coached, and I think Coach Hoiberg is doing a great job as far as fostering his professional mentality, professional habits, and that Nebraska, is due to become better at basketball this year.
WNCC will head to Windsor, Colorado for a 2-day, 5-game jamboree next weekend. Cougar Volleyball is back in the national polls. They'll hold Positively Pink Night tomorrow with a big home match against NJC. That'll have first serve at 7 o'clock. You see another big night of high school football tomorrow with 3 games here at the station. That includes our TV game, 8-man style, with Morrill hosting Baird. Scottsbluff and Gering will both be traveling for games on the road. And make sure to check KNEB.com for the full schedule for this weekend's Twin Cities Volleyball Invitational Tournament. 16 teams competing at both Scottsbluff High and Gering High. Matches start tomorrow at 3 in the afternoon for pool play, then 18 brackets, a pair of 18 brackets for competition on Saturday. Again, KNEB.com with the full Friday schedule. Got that posted yesterday. That is the latest today right here at the First National Bank Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's going to come back in just a moment to check on that KNEB.com community calendar.
Sometimes events in life are planned. Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Fall weather brings new clothing to compliments for you and your home. Start with women's fashion from FDJ, Piccadilly, Charlie B, and many more. We have beautiful and original ladies' fashions that appeal to women of all ages and sizes. And remember to complement your outfit with a bag from Vera Bradley. Finally, get your home ready with decor that brings joy to your life. Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy. Supporting local jobs. Giving back to our community. Investing in entrepreneurship. Making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
And finally tonight, winter is still 3 months away, but preparations are already underway to ensure that bad weather doesn't affect some local residents. Today, Panhandle Auto Group in Scottsbluff hosted a donation drive for the Scottsbluff County Volunteer Center's Snow Angel program. People were encouraged to make a free will donation for an Arby's lunch, and the cash and non-perishable food items collected will go towards the Snow Angels program. Each year, the shelf-stable food collected is distributed to the recipients of the Meals on Wheels program and is then used when weather gets too bad for food deliveries that can't be made that day.
Last year it was 4 or 5 days, which to us is huge. We don't want to leave our people without their meals that long, but sometimes you can't. You have to be safe too for our drivers.
You can help out by finding donation boxes around town or call the Scottsbluff County Volunteer Center directly at 632-3736 for more information. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you here next time.